Hey everyone. After a short summer holiday and a break from Star Citizen drama, I'm back to Star Citizen doing some more bunkers or mercenary missions. This year, CIG made gameplay a little bit disappointing since they introduced a patch with the persistent entity streaming. A lot of bugs, but it seems now that many bugs are being ironed out. So hopefully, uh, by the end of the year, we can finally see server meshing and pyro system in sight somewhere. One can only hope. So far, with the condition the state was in, I found it a little bit difficult to recommend Star Citizen to anybody. Let's hope the next patch will improve things and brings a little bit more confidence. Anyway, today I wanted to share how I usually, after a wipe, prepare myself to make some aUEC in game. There are many ways to do this. You can do trading, you can do career missions, you can do regular missions, mining, salvaging, beacons, etc. I mean, there's tons of stuff. But I like FPS, as you may have been able to tell by watching some of my videos. So my favorite way is to grind or level up my mercenary career first thing after a wipe, so that I can get missions that pay around 100k aUEC per mission. I would like to say 400k an hour, but the reality is that maybe 300k an hour will be maximum, as long as you're able to get these 100k missions before somebody else grabs them. Anyways, it comes in handy to save for buying bigger ships or different ships, different career ships that you want to try different parts of the game. Soon we're gonna have the Vulture also in game, so you can try mining, for example. You can try salvaging in the next patch as well, trading. Anyways, you can buy new ships for different areas of the game. Also, you can upgrade the components on your ships, and as well you can collect a lot of armor and weapons in these bunkers. With that said, let's get started. Apologies in advance for the voice. I just came back from vacation and it seems like I'm catching a cold. Anyways, mercenary missions, just like any other career, such as bounty hunting and things like that, delivery and such things, you have different levels you have to clear before, or level up, let's say, before you can actually move on to a mission that pays better. So basically you start as an applicant, and after you finish the initial applicant mission, now you will be given a set of missions that pay higher than that previous mission that you did, because you're now at security contract trainee. Once you move up to the junior security contractor, you will get then again a new set of missions that will pay higher than the security contractor trainee level missions. You will also get those missions from the previous level, but you get new missions that pay more aUEC for you. So at each level, you will need to complete a certain amount of missions in order to get experience enough to move up to the next level, right? Typical stuff. At the applicant level, you just need to do one mission, and that will move you immediately to the next security contractor trainee. There it took me 7 missions to move up. In the next level, it took me 15 missions to move up. And at the security contractor level, it took me 30 missions to move up to senior security contractor. At the senior level, you can see 57, but leave or take 10 or so, because I had a crime stat and that reduced my experience, and I'm not really sure. I couldn't quantify exactly how many missions worth did I lose by having that crime stat. Basically, I shot one of the guards or killed one of the guards. Don't do that. And finally, after you move up to the lead security contractor, that's the highest level, this is where you will start getting the very high paying missions available. So this next slide you might want to pause and read it a little bit on your own. But basically here I'm just listing out the different missions that you get at each level, and the amount of aUEC you receive for each of this mission by completing each of these missions. As you can see, at every level that you reach, you get all of the previous missions from the previous levels, as well as the new ones for that new level that you just got. Some things I couldn't confirm on the Orison platform ones because CIG removed those missions in the current patch by the time I got to that level. But from my understanding, they were very high paying, and in the next patch I think there will be some changes to them, and we will see how much those will pay. So here I'm listing the mission focus and waves. Basically, which missions from those levels do I think you should be focusing on and not doing the other ones, and how many waves of enemies do you get per mission, basically. So sometimes you get 3 waves of 6 enemies, up to eventually 4 waves of 8 enemies that are much difficult to kill. I find the lower missions to be quicker to complete, and the more you do this lower missions at the lower levels, it helps you gain more experience to move up to the next level. Once you reach a certain level, like the senior level I believe it was, you start seeing the difference that the quicker missions are not giving you as much experience anymore, so you need to move on to higher missions in order to grind that experience. Just to give you an idea of how I quantified this as in a spreadsheet as after the latest wipe, you can see that up to the senior level I was pretty much repeating just the first 2 layer missions a lot. At the senior level I had to start doing more missions on the serious hostiles in order to get more or quicker experience in order to move on to the lead level. Once I got to the lead level, my missions, I get the 90k missions. That together with the call to arms missions will earn you upwards of 100k per mission. These missions are grabbed very quickly by some people sometimes, so depends on your luck and how often the mission comes up in your shard. You should be able to make pretty good money. Alright guys, that's all I had that I wanted to share with you. This works the same with pretty much any other careers such as bounty hunting and deliveries. The delivery one I think only has 2 levels. But the top paying or the top level missions really don't pay that much, so it's not really worth the hassle. I hope this was useful for you, or some of you. I try to keep it short since some people complain about that, but this is the best that I can. See you guys there in the verse. Have fun.